Alright, so today we are talking about multiplying polynomials. Okay, so the last lesson we were adding and subtracting, so now we are multiplying polynomials. Alright, so again, when you take a monomial, a single term, and you're multiplying by a polynomial, like this binomial, okay, you just want to basically think distributive property, right? So it's going to be 5 times m, which is 5m. 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. All right? Again, since these are not like terms, that's your final answer. Number 2, again, a monomial times a binomial. You're going to distribute. So we get 2 times 2n times 5n. So it's 2 times 5, which is 10. And so here comes your rules of exponents that we talked about last week. N times n is n squared, right? Because it's n to the first times n to the first. The rule is when you multiply same base, you add the exponents. Okay, so that becomes 10n squared. And then we do 2n times 7, which is 14n. Because these are not like terms, they do not have the same variable and exponent, that's our final answer. Moving on to number 3. Got 8v squared times 8v squared. So we're going to distribute. So 8 times 8 is 64. V squared times v squared is v to the fourth. Again, we add the exponents. We distribute. To the next term. 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. V squared times v to the first. And we keep the base. We add the exponents. So it's v to the third. 8v squared times negative 6. 8 times negative 6 is negative 48. V squared. Since these are not all like terms, we keep it just like that, and there's our final answer. Alright, one more time. 7p times 4p squared is 28p to the third, right? So that's p to the first times p squared. You add the exponents. 7p times negative 6p is negative 42p squared. 7p times negative 5 is negative 35p. Not like terms here, so we keep them just the same. Okay. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next few examples where we are now multiplying a binomial, a two-term polynomial times another two-term polynomial. So again, you want to think distributive property. Right? However, you need to make sure that you are distributing everything appropriately. So we're going to first take this first term of the first polynomial and distribute that to the other parentheses. So I'm going to do 6m times 4m, which is 24m squared. And then we're going to do 6m times negative 7, which is negative 42m. Alright, so now we're going to take this 1 and we're going to distribute it to the other parentheses. So it's 1 times 4m, which is 4m. And then 1 times negative 7, which is negative 7. Alright, unlike the previous problems, here we do have some like terms, so we want to make sure we combine them. We have the negative 42m and the 4m. Combine those together to get negative 38m. And we're combining those like terms because they have the same variable and same exponent combo. Alright, this 24m squared and this minus 7 do not get combined anywhere. So here's our final answer for that problem. Number 6, 3n distributed to the other parentheses. 3n times 7n is 21n squared. 3n times 3 is 9n. Negative 4 times 7n, negative 28n. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Combine like terms, right here we have a 9n and a negative 28n. They give us negative 18. Oop, not negative 18, sorry. right? Negative 19n. 21n squared minus 12. Final answer. Alright, one more time with binomial times another binomial. 4x times 3x is 12x squared. 4x times 8, 32x. Negative 8 times 3x, negative 24x. Negative 8 times positive 8, negative 64. Got a couple like terms here. They have the same variable, same exponent combo. This is x to the first and x to the first. Combine those, we get 8x. 12x squared minus 64 just get tacked on. Okay. Alright, so for these next two examples, again, we have a binomial times a trinomial, three-term polynomial. Okay, so again, just be careful when you do the distribute property. That's all we're doing, is distributing everything in the first parentheses to everything that's in the second parentheses. So we do 4x times 7x squared, 28x cubed. 4x times negative 8, negative 32x squared. 4x times negative 8, negative 32x. Negative 8, we're going to distribute to 7x squared, so it's negative 56x squared. Negative 8 times negative 8x, positive 64x. Negative 8 times this negative 8 is a plus 64. Okay, so now again we have to look for like terms. Here we have a negative 32x squared and a negative 56x squared. Like terms, same variable, same exponent combo, so we have to combine those. So that becomes a negative 88x squared. Negative 32x, positive 64x. Those are like terms. We need to combine those, and we get a positive 32x. It's x to the third, 28x to the third to be exact, does not get combined with anything. Is 64, does not get combined with anything. So there's our final answer. Number 9, again we're going to distribute 2x squared to this 2x, 4x cubed, 2x squared times negative 2, negative 4x squared. 5x times 2x, 10x squared. 5x times negative 2, negative 10x. 2 times 2x, 4x. 2 times negative 2, negative 4. Combine like terms. We get the negative 4x squared and a positive 10x squared. Combined to get 6x squared. Negative 10x, positive 4x, negative 6x. This 4x cubed, and this minus 4 will not get combined with anything. So we leave it at that. So now, in some instances, some of these problems can be written a little bit differently. Like, for example, if you have 2x plus 1 squared, just like this. Right, so what you should be doing here for this problem is, the most common mistake actually, before we do this, Most common mistake is someone would distribute the 2 through the parentheses, that exponent 2 through. Cannot do that with this. Okay, so when you see something like this, you really should rewrite it as 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. Right? You know what it means when you square something, you're multiplying that thing that you're squaring times itself twice. Okay, so when you rewrite it this way, now you can go ahead and do that whole distributing thing. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. 1 times 2x is 2x. 1 times 1. Combine like terms. There we go. All right. And sometimes you may have a situation where you may have again something being cubed. Again, you do not distribute the exponent through. This is not going to be 3x cubed plus 27. Right? It's not distributing the exponent through. When you see something like this, you should, when you cube something, that means that you're multiplying that thing times itself 3 times. Now, when you have a problem like this where you're multiplying, right, what you should do is you should just pick 2 at a time. Right? So I'm going to pick these 2 first, and I'm going to multiply them. Right? And then when I get my answer, I'm going to multiply that answer by this remaining x plus 3. Alright, so again, we're going to multiply x times x squared, x times 3, 3x. 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so again, I just multiplied the first 2 parentheses together, combine like terms, and this is what I get. So now I'm going to take this answer, and then I'm going to multiply by the remaining x plus 3. Again, when I do that, I just got to distribute. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 3, 3x squared. 6x times x, 6x squared. 6x times 3, 18x. Let's not forget the 9. 9 times x, 9x. 9 times 3 is 27. Alright, combine like terms here. 9x squared. Like terms here. 27x. This 27. And this x cubed. Just come along for the ride. Okay? Alright, so then that's it for today. You guys have a great day and have a great weekend.